Hi, my name's Mike, and I like to carve, and today I'm gonna ride the FreeCarver, so that means I'm a FreeCarver. Okay, let's go free carve.
Welcome to the Tribute Lounge. I'm Mark Fawcett.
And I'm Shane Johnsen.
And on today's show, the Jones FreeCarver.
9,000.
The 9,000.
There is a 6,000.
A whole series.
And you're right.
It's a whole series of 6,000 and 9,000.
And what's the difference?
Side cut. So they have a whole range of, and same construction, I think even the same lengths, but they have a whole series of 4 boards where the side cut is all in the 6 meter range. So a 6, a 6.2, a 6.4, and 6.6 as you go up in size.
Yep.
And on the 9,000s,
9 meter side cuts.
it's the 154's got a 9, and then it goes up.
And then it's
goes up 9.2, 9.4, 9.6. This is the 160 that we have here. It's 27.2 at the waist, so nice beefy waist. Those of you that know that are into soft boot, free carving, you need some width, mostly so that you don't boot out.
So all these boards are going to be considered wides. Even when you go all the way down to the 52, it's 26 something.
26.8.
Yeah, there we go.
So it's
So-
pretty wide.
But again, you don't boot out. Me with a size 8, if I get on a 56, I'm going to have all that confidence to get on edge.
Yeah.
But I want to go back to the 9s and the 6s for a second because people need to know, why did we mostly bought the 9s.
Yes.
I want a lot of edge contact. I want a long turning radius. The 6 is going to turn quick.
The 6 is going to turn quick. So the 6 with little input is going to wrap.
Yeah.
So, and there's people out there that love that. They just make a little bit of input, a little move, and wow, that board just really, people would call it surfy, really rappy turns. Would take a lot more effort to do that on the 9s. However, on the 9,000, it will accept a lot more input. And we have a lot of like gritty, heavy hitting riders here that like to push on the board. And the 9s are gonna handle that better. They're gonna handle bigger, higher speed better too, like really high speed. So, you know, pick your poison essentially. Here in Nelson anyway, and in our zone, we went mostly with 9s. And that's my preference too.
Lots of edge contact, and I'm seeing they still have mellow mag built into this, which is good.
Tiny little bit of 3D contouring on the base.
Yep.
Like Mikey loved this thing, and he's just such a classic individual.
Full camber profile too for a lot of newer riders. That might be something new. For us, this is what we've always wanted to be the mainstay, and it is the mainstay again. But you see, like I can get some fingers under here. This has got some camber, so when you power into this, that power is going to come right back at you.
You get it back, which is great. So when you get that release out of the turn, you get slung shot into the next one. It also like distributes your pressure really well, even when running flat over the whole base. So boards that have a lot of early rise at either end, you're just sort of missing that much more effective. And then this thing, it's like, even though it's a 160, it'll feel more like you're riding a 180 or something for the confidence of support that it's how it's holding you up. Of course, swing weight and maneuverability is still gonna be nice and small. They even have it, what sort of listing, of course, that it's like a 10 out of 10 on for carving and then edging on ice, but they actually say that this thing rides POW not bad, and I believe it, mainly because of the width. And it's another reason why I'm a big fan of wide boards whenever you can. That width and that surface area just levitates you up. So it being a 160 probably has the surface area of a traditional, if we're talking about boards from 10 years ago, 170.
Yeah, absolutely. It is wide. And the 56, we've got that upstairs too, and just looking at that, that's gonna have the surface area of, say, a 160.
And that's probably, honestly,
that's awesome.
I'd be somewhere between either the 56 or the 160 for myself. And you would downsize on these boards a little bit. I would recommend you would downsize on these compared to your traditional free ride board.
And these are gorgeous. The ash veneer top sheet is absolutely incredible, as we always expect from Jones. And I've been expecting a board like this from Jeremy for a while. I mean, with everybody trench carving out there and that whole thing that's happening, this is a front runner in that scene. This is going to be a killer.
And for those of you who don't know, Jeremy Jones has a really extensive snowboard race background.
Yeah,
So
maybe Google that if you don't know.
Yeah. Read his book. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is just so good to see.
The Art of Schwalpism. Took me a
That's what it
second to
is.
remember.
Yeah.
The Art of Schwalpism is his book. Have a read.
And this is just great to see from that brand. You know, the Stratos was making its way towards these kind of things, maybe a little bit, hinting at it.
Like I love
Of course,
the
the
Stratos.
hovercraft.
Yeah, and the
was
hover
hinting
too,
at it, but this
a bit.
is its
This
own
is
thing.
it.
Yes.
They fully committed into this direction. You can use it all mountain resort, all
Yeah,
mountain,
absolutely.
fully. Some people would love that. I'd be fine on it like that.
And that's where the 6 might play in a little
Yeah,
more for some
but
folks, right?
I
'Cause,
agree. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
the 6 is going to turn a
the 6 is-
little more chill.
I've seen people in Austria, and that's all they do is they pretty much put their knees down to the ground. They're not going super fast.
just-
knees to the ground, and then these just the
Full side to
tightest
side.
S turns, really surfy and pretty fun.
Cool. Well, I think, hands down, this is going to be in probably a lot of top 5s, if not a top 10. Ours is coming soon. But,
And
yeah.
you know what's neat that I like that they committed? Not a lot of other brands are committing to this. Karua,
Yep.
for sure.
Yep.
And like who else, that has said, hey, we're going to do this. There's a lot of boards like this in the custom world. A lot of people that are looking for boards like this go custom. But really happy that Jones took the initiative to build this puppy.
No, that's a growing segment of riding, is just getting out. And we do our Salmo nights where that's our thing. We all go pausey. Everybody gets out to go carve. And it's a freaking blast.
Yeah.
And this board's going to get a lot of action with the whole crew riding that kind of stuff. Absolutely.
For sure.
Any final thoughts on it, Fozzie?
Jeremy, send me a 160 in the mail, please. 9,000.
This is coming in Canadian at $779. And like I say, I think this is a top 5 or top 10 for sure. But yeah, more on the way. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and we'll see you next time.